Okay, so today I'm going to start my YouTube channel by showing you guys a gameplay of mine from Empire Total War. And it was an online battle where I was the British and my opponent was they were Holland. And yeah, so I'm going to show you that. And basically I'm going to begin my channel by starting kind of a series on Total War, and I must say I'm not really that good at Total War, so that's kind of what I'm hoping to do, is get better over time, and then maybe you guys can also tell me what I'm doing wrong or what I'm doing right, because sometimes I don't really know why I lose or why I win. So in any case, that's basically what we're going to do, or what I'm going to do. I guess you guys are just going to watch the video. So yeah, I'm just going to fast forward this beginning part because it took me a while to figure out how I wanted to do this. So yeah, let's do that. So yeah, my plan was to get kind of on this hill area, and hopefully his guys were going to come up and meet me. I guess I had way better positioning because I was on top and he was kind of on the bottom of the map, although he did have any rules, or I mean no rules kind of, so I was also worried that he might just have a ton of artillery, but as you'll see in just a sec, that's not true. So basically the game starts here. So yeah, so I just rush my guys immediately down to the point where I thought they had to be. So I was kind of worried that, like I said before, that he might be using a ton of artillery or whatever. So in any case, I just started firing at his lines, which actually worked out really well. Most of the time the mortars don't hit, but they do tend to annoy an opponent. So I guess if you're really new to Empire, then maybe I could even help you in these videos. That'd be strange. But okay, so, and he also had a lot of guys that were kind of hidden, which I don't quite understand why, because there's clearly not enough space behind this shrub to hide 120 guys, although somehow he doesn't. And I mean, because if it were like light infantry, I would understand it, but that was not the case. And here I move my horses over to maybe attack his mortar, because I just I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep it shooting at my guys. I mean, sometimes you get really unlucky and the mortars really can kill a lot of your guys, for example as mine are killing his guys. And but yeah, but since I moved my horses over there, he had to move all of his horses over here, which did allow me to do a lot more on this side. And although he does have a clear infantry advantage, you're gonna see he doesn't really use his advantage. And plus, I still have some more horses over here. Oh yeah, maybe I should say what units I have. So I have 5 groups of these green jacket guys, so light infantry that have ridiculous range. Then I have I think 5 units of line infantry, and then I have my general and mortars. I have yeah, I think in total 6 heavy cav units, while 3 of them are these like generals units. I don't know, whatever the top of the top for horses is. Yeah, so and he's got a whole bunch of these kind of special units, for example these Holland Guard or whatever, Swiss units, and that's why I was kind of worried about this whole side, because if he had really attacked my line like he should have, then I certainly would have been outgunned. Although he kind of just stands here and he's way out of my range. I mean, yeah, my guys are still out of his range, but my guys can shoot at me. So for example here you can see, I mean, this line just gets completely taken out, and at that point I move my light infantry up because I see that he can obviously hit my light infantry, which I didn't really want. And see that? That's just why I don't like mortars, because they just see. How does that even happen? 2 hits. I think he hits every one of them. Yeah. See, he kills some more guys. That's kind of ridiculous. But in any case, now I have my line infantry shooting at his guys, and my light infantry is still shooting from atop the hill, which was kind of also really cool because I could shoot without shooting my own guys in their back. And this is where I think he made a really big mistake. He could have come up with more of his guys, and it certainly helped out. I mean, he would have way outnumbered me, and his units are also technically much better than mine. But yeah, but he doesn't. So I eventually bring up this unit right here to kind of shoot at his flanks, which also, I mean, it works out pretty well. He doesn't really do anything, but at that point he realizes that he should move the rest of his units. I also see that these, that he has some light infantry, which for some reason is just hanging out over here. I don't know why. I suppose they were, I don't know, going on some other important mission that didn't have anything to do with what we were doing here. But in any case, he sends up more of his guys. I send my horses at some point to go attack his light infantry. And as you can see here, he has almost no more guys left, and his infantry is really getting pounded. Oh yeah, and then at the same time, or at some point, I send over my my horse guys. Oh, it takes a little while. But in any case, I send over my horses because I thought that my infantry line wasn't going to stand. In any case, here you can see the horse charge. In the end, I decided to only charge one group of horses into his light infantry because they were obviously going to go down pretty quick, and I was just going to kind of do a flanking attack on his line infantry here, which was just normal line infantry. At the same time, I had my other guys shooting at him, I think. You guys doing anything? Yeah. So, in the end, he was kind of stuck in between 2 forces of mine, and that kind of causes him to eventually rout. So yeah, his lines are breaking, and it's not looking too good for him. He's also lost his light infantry. At this point, I do charge my horses, because I was a bit worried that he had a lot more men. I don't know. And I completely forgot that he had guys just hiding here. Once again, he's got a lot of people just hiding in the shrubs. In any case, my horses do get to his grenadiers and end up taking out one unit. And the other good thing they do is they keep his horses busy over here while this is happening. So yeah, we're just gonna watch these guys. Oh yeah, this happens to me quite often. I end up shooting at people and then not telling them to stop moving. I don't know how to do that, to make them just not run away. I don't know. And then I realized it at some point, but I mean, this is kind of ridiculous how close we are to his units. I mean, it's completely what are you doing? Oh, yes. Okay. He's found himself a hiding spot here. In any case, then I have my horses come, and at this point, I mean, he's clearly going to lose all of his units. Even though, okay, some of my horses are routing, it's not that bad. Yeah. So he's from the square here. This this is where things actually didn't get any more dangerous, they just stayed the same, because the square directly routed, so that didn't help him at all. He did route my one group of forces, but that's really all. So basically now what happens is my horses, send them over to help my other horses, and to continue keeping his horses busy so they didn't run away. I was kind of worried that he would kind of run in the woods and my guys would have to chase him and then he'd do other stuff that just wastes time, and I thought instead of risking that I would just kind of sacrifice some of my horses, and yeah, and it worked out pretty well. So obviously my heavy cav is doing a pretty good job at not routing, and it even routes one of his units, I suppose. Yeah, and I obviously at this point have won. I mean, he just doesn't have enough men to route all of the guys I have left, and yeah, I'm just going to fast forward this a bit because basically it takes a while for my units to get over here. I didn't really want to run them because they were, so otherwise they'd get too tired, and then I was somewhat worried that maybe somehow he would still win. I don't know. In any case, I wasn't going to risk it. So yeah, he keeps on firing a bit of his mortars there, and I have my general who was also kind of in the horse battle, and I kind of took him back out because I didn't want to cause some kind of mass rout of any sorts. So at this point, I start shooting at him, but then I realized the hill's in the way. It's kind of stupid. I don't know why units do that. Okay, but then eventually I move them forward to take on the grenadiers, and then in the back I have these guys. I have them stay here because I was kind of worried that if he charged his... I wasn't worried. The idea was that if he charged his horses would get stuck on my first line of light infantry, and then I would just be able to gun them down from behind, which, as you'll see in just a sec, worked out pretty well. So, so yeah, I guess we're just gonna watch this final stand that he has, and then yeah. Yeah, so that's the end of his cav. I also suppose this cav came back from routing, because I'd routed them at the beginning of the kind of cav fight over here. So he does also get all the way to my line, but I mean that's also where it ends for him, I suppose. I mean, so yeah, and now this is kind of funny, I suppose. I mean, it sees that nothing really is gonna help him anymore, so he just throws grenades at my line infantry. He almost routs them, which is kind of ridiculous. I mean, in a real situation, I suppose my guys would realize that there's not really much more to do. Why would they rout? And now he runs one more time at my men, but that's game over, and yeah. So that was a fun match. I did actually win it. I'll be uploading a lot more gameplay soon, or after this, I don't even know. But yeah, I do lose a lot of the time, and I do, I mean, maybe it's more like 50-50 in any case, but I'll certainly upload all the battles that I play, even if I lose, because I think it's important for other people to see what happens when you lose, and also in my case, I'd like to know what I should have done differently. And if you're wondering, I do have a German version of the game because I am in Germany. But yeah, okay, so real quick, I had 1,200 men who I had deployed. I lost 731, and I killed 1,084 men on his team. He had 1,400, or let's say 1,500 men deployed. He lost 1,200, and he killed around 460 of my guys. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and, yeah, subscribe or like, yeah.